conspiracy case. Does it ring any bell? No, that's Lahore. Yeah. So again, this is the early 20th century when the nationalist movement is picking up, and there are lots of extremist activities going on. When I say extremist activities, not necessarily my word, it is a set of activities used to describe people who are revolutionaries. So they would not hesitate to use violent means, assassinations, robberies, etc. to bring about change, to topple the British government or to get the message across. And some of these revolutionaries are very popular even now. One of them is Bhagat Singh. You see him everywhere and claimed by everyone also. So all kinds of people lay claims to Bhagat Singh. So now all these revolutionaries were often implicated. If they managed to get caught, they were implicated in legal cases which were all called conspiracy cases. Yeah? And named after the site, the location, the town in which the conspiracy took place. So we have the Meerut conspiracy case, we have the Lahore conspiracy case, and we have a Delhi conspiracy case. The Delhi conspiracy case has associations with this site. Yeah. Now what happened is, you'd be familiar with the name of Hardinge, Lord Hardinge. There are some institutions which are still named after him or his wife. He was one of the viceroys of the country. Viceroy is the supreme power under the British government, who was in charge of the Indian subcontinent. Yeah? So we have had a series of viceroys, and Hardinge is one of the important guys. Now, around the year 1911, the British government decided that we are going to have a new capital city at Delhi. After 1857, once they had become the official rulers of the country, the capital was not retained at Delhi. Yeah? Throughout the Mughals, and they decided, let's have the capital city at Calcutta in Bengal. Yeah? And they ruled there for some time. In the year 1911, they decided we'll shift the capital and build a brand new capital city for ourselves. What is today the New Delhi area, where you have the India Gate, President's House, and the Secretariat buildings. Yeah. So that was the year 1911, and just 2 years ago we were celebrating 100 years of the shifting of this capital city. So there were all a series of celebrations done in Delhi to commemorate this shifting of capital. Yeah. So way back in 1911 and 1912, just to celebrate this occasion of shifting of capital and creating a new one, meant that there were all kinds of pompous celebrations. So there were parades, there was a darbar, and exhibitions, museums were created. So all these kinds of celebrations, we still do it now. Yeah, we did it 2 years ago again. So in the year 1912, there was a procession going through Chandni Chowk, on which the Viceroy Hardinge, along with his wife, Lady Hardinge, was sitting on an elephant and going along in the procession, and a bomb was thrown at them. Now, they didn't die, the couple didn't die, neither with the elephant, but the mahout, the conductor of the elephant did die in that. And the others were only injured. And this came to be known as the Delhi conspiracy case. And apparently it was a set of revolutionaries from Punjab and Bengal who were involved in this. Yeah. And one guy some of you would remember is a person called Rash Bihari Bose. Yeah. Very, very well-known revolutionary freedom fighter. He was involved in this case. So this is what came to be known as Delhi conspiracy case, and the bombing was here at Town Hall on the Viceroy. It took place at the Town Hall itself. Town State. That gateway, that's the Fatehpuri Masjid. It's a very, very nice place, one of my favorite places here in the old city. We'll have to take off our shoes and carry them inside, so don't leave them there. Yeah. And you're wearing shorts, so they will probably not allow you, but we can ask them to, give you a lungi. Okay. So we all should be looking nice and pleasant so that they give him the lungi. And photography is not a problem, but make sure you carry your shoes. the larger mosques in the old city. We are at the other end of Chandni Chowk. So we started right outside the Red Fort, and now we are at the other end where you have the spice market just outside of this mosque. Now this is a large congregational mosque, which means, and this is not the only one here, the only congregational mosque in the city. You have the principal one as the Jama Masjid, which is the largest here, and besides Jama Masjid, there were other congregational mosques as well. And Fatehpuri itself, it's actually older than the Jama Masjid. So this was built pretty much around the same time when the rest of the city came up. Jama Masjid came around 6 to 7 years after it. So this is older than the Jama Masjid, and it is built by one of the wives of Shah Jahan. So the most famous wife of Shah Jahan we all know of, associated with the Taj, that's Mumtaz Mahal. Besides her, there were other wives, one of which was Fatehpuri Begum, and she's the patron, she's the person who patronized this mosque. She built it. That's why it is named after her as Fatehpuri Masjid. And it's an active mosque, it's also an active madrasa. So the corridors around the courtyard, this is where the classes are held. And the side, especially the rooms around, this is where the people stay. So students as well as people who teach here, they all live here as well. What we can do is we can walk around, feel free to walk around this area, that's not a problem. We can go inside the prayer hall as well. Just don't touch the books, otherwise it should be fine. Mosque was the Khari Baoli or the spice market, and that's where it was, over there, just beyond this building. And this is the Gadodia market, Gadodia, Gadodia, and it's a single building, a warehouse within the larger spice market. Now from here you can see into the courtyard of Fatehpuri. The Jama Masjid is over there, 3 domes and 2 minarets there. That's the Jama Masjid. The tall building over there, that's the new NCD headquarters. That's just outside the old city. And that's the main street we've just covered. That's the Red Fort at the other end. The golden dome is Shishganj Gurdwara. White is Gauri Shankar Temple. And on the left, you can see some towers in maroon and white. That's the Old Delhi railway station. That's the facade, entrance of Old Delhi railway station. The station goes further. And you can see a little bit of Kashmiri Gate metro station over there. Yeah. There's a small flower market also there. So जहाँ वो police वाले बैठे हैं, where these policemen are, the terrace adjacent to theirs. You can see some dried rose petals over there. Usually it's full of, the terrace is covered in rose petals. There's a small flower market which operates in those rooms there. So early in the morning, if you're here, you can actually see the flower market outside. They obviously, as the heat progresses, they shift in. And those are papadins being dried. Papad. And if you come over this way, the original idea is that this is a courtyard around which there are rooms. And the block you see in the center is obviously a much later addition, and people have added on to it as they needed more space. So that's the modern portion. The building itself is early 20th century. So a lot of architecture you see, which is old and you still see a little bit of it, is very similar to the kind of buildings you see in Calcutta especially. Not so much in Delhi, but Calcutta architecture is very similar.
Victorian kind of.
Victorian, yeah, you could say that.
What is this building called?
Gadodia market.
Okay.
It's still used as a warehouse for spices. There are all kinds of other offices also here, but predominantly for spices. And you get a good photograph if you climb on top of that.
Okay.
So this is where we'll end our walk. Thank you very much for coming, all of you. This is longish and given this weather. So thank you all for your patience. Thanks a lot.